Hey, Shalom. First off, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I want to give it up by honor to the apostles of Great Millstone Hearts, telling me this truth. I want to give it peace and blessings to the occupant across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth and rest of life to do so. It's going to be a quick video on basically one of the reasons why it's a remnant that's going to be saved. Now, the remnant that's going to be saved, we know is 144,000, which is the elect, and the 1/3, man, which the 144,000 is a part of the 1/3. Now, we understand that, okay? We understand that these men are different than any other men on the planet. We understand that these men are when they hear the word, they're going to drop everything that they've done or that they're doing, right? And follow the word, follow Yahweh Shai, man. What the scriptures say, this is the way, walk ye in it, right? You hear that and you follow it, okay? But you walk away from the things that you could have had in the world, you know, the dreams, the things that's worldly, the things that these people seek after and seek after and sacrifice their whole life for, which is all gonna come to naught. We understand, and I say we, Lord willing, I'm part of the elect of the 1/3. We understand the bigger picture. We understand that, it's a time coming like no other time before. We understand that, when you go to Jeremiah 30:7, we understand that the end of this place you call America. It's written in the scriptures. Now, we're just the messengers. Okay, we just the messengers. We understand, and we could read, and we know, and we could read, and we understand the song, man. So we're singing the song as well. We're presenting and singing the song. We're presenting it, allowing people to know that, hey, this is what it is, right? And in due time, you will see it. In due time, you people will see it, and now you're starting to see it now. But the crazy thing is that our people, they don't understand, they don't care, because they're so lost with this. They're so lost and in tune with the one that's oppressing them, man. And we know who that is. That's E. Okay, you people love E. You people love E, man. You don't want to see E go down. You don't want to see E in captivity. You don't want to see the other nations in captivity, which they are going to be in captivity. They are going to be in captivity. The Most High said we're a special people, man. We are. Above all the people of the earth, it's funny how, we're the most accepted people on the planet, right? We're the most accepted people on the planet, but the most beat down people on the planet, right? People who don't know their left hand from their right hand. People don't know their mouth from their ass crack, man. It's a disappointment, man. You 2/3 of you Israelite, 2/3 of you people, man, 2/3 of Israel, man, is a disgrace, walking disgrace, man. You don't stand up for nothing. You just get whatever is given to you. Call yourself an African American, oh, no problem. You just, oh yeah, don't know what's going on, don't know what money really is, right? Don't know how it came about, don't know how these other nations that got in power, they got in power, right? Ultimately because Yahweh Shai, they got in power off of the backs of our people. And the same people that did us dirty, right? And that did us grimy, you don't care if our heart is beating or not. You want the same exact people to join hand in hand with you. You want to take the same exact people to the kingdom with you, not knowing that these people, the scriptures say these nations are confederate against thee. So Not knowing that these people are against you. These other nations are against you, and they profit off you not knowing who you are and not have been knowing who you are. That's why it frightens them that we speak. That's why it frightens them that the Most High is waking us up, man. But we live in a society where you're supposed to love your oppressor, man, and forgive him for everything he's done while he flourishes, and he flaunts it in your face. Every time you pull out a dollar, his grandpa's on the back of it, on the front of it. Everything he stands for is on that. Some of the things they stand for is on that dollar, on that currency. And you slave, you work, you die for that. Now, I'm not saying don't get money. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is don't let money consume you, right? Don't let money overtake you. Don't let the world overtake you, which, you know, having money, having an abundance of riches can't overtake you, man. Because you start to get comfortable. And comfort is, you know, comfort is, I liken comfort unto a drug, man. You know? Right? We is led into captivity. Every nation has profited. Scriptures say that nobody has been done like Jerusalem has been done, right? Every nation has profited off the backs of us. Every nation has profited, right, from us not knowing who we are, from us separating from our power, right? Which is written. And you love that. You love that. Well, you know, as long as your house ain't being messed with, right? As long as your money ain't being played with, right? You don't care. Which, all right. Okay, cool. But if that's the route you're going to take, then stay on that route. But just know that when Yahweh send Yahweh shot back from the east, understand what's coming for you. Understand what's coming before that comes. Understand that death and destruction is going to come. Understand 2nd Esdras, the 15th, 14th, 15th, 16th chapter. Understand these things. Understand Jeremiah 30 and 7, right? When we out here risking our lives, man, right? Risking our lives ultimately because we have to, right? To bid the elect to the marriage, man. And our own people are the people who bash us and hate us. But the scriptures say one's foe should be of his own household. So that's the scriptures, man. That's the scriptures, you know. And Lord willing, we deal with it, but it's easier said than done. That's why I say Lord willing, man. Because the Lord doesn't forsake his men. So look at the generations of old and see that did he ever forsake, or did he ever let anybody down that abided in his fear or that call upon his name? No. So we understand that, okay, well, all right, when E show his horns, right? When E show his horns, it's gonna be too late. When E show really how he get down and really how he feel about you, right? He's small smiles and games now, you know, all smiles and games now. Oh yes, yeah, you know, all smiles and games, right? Because he's on his high horse right now. He's at the top. But once he sees his kingdom start to fall, which he's now seeing his kingdom start to fall, right? You're gonna see this, not only him, but you're gonna see the other nations' horns, man, right? And how they feel about us. How they truly feel about us, man. And once you see how they truly feel about us, then you're going to want to get right. But then again, guess what? It's going to be too late. Why? Because you chose to put your feet up and relax now, right? Instead of putting your work in, if you know you're a Hebrew Israelite by blood, instead of putting your work in, right? Instead of putting your work in, knowing the truth and, you know, putting your work in on the highways and byways so therefore you can receive salvation, instead of that, you step back and, you know, set it on your leads. The Most High is coming to search the man that's settled on their leads, that's just laid back chilling, man. Lord willing, Yahweh, Yahweh willing, things keep going. Amping up, and things keep going and going and going and going, man, until the destruction of this place, man. Because it's written. This place is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, and it's written. Zechariah 14:12, Malachi 4:1, 2nd Ezra the 15th chapter, right? Revelation, the 8th chapter, Revelation 17, if I'm not mistaken. All these scriptures, man. Most I say He created a spirit that bloweth the coal in the fire. So I'll say this, man. If you don't want a kingdom, you don't want your people to be on top, you have an issue with that. You have an issue with, your people being risen up. You have an issue with your people being at the top. You have an issue with putting these other nations in subjection. You have an issue with Yahweh Shai. You have an issue with, doing the right thing, keeping the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your abilities. You have an issue with these things, then this ain't for you, and ultimately you're gonna receive a reward, which is death, man. Period. And that's the message. That's the message, man. So, ain't no excuse, man. You people been warned. You people been warned. We out here, we putting the work in, and Lord willing, is coming to a time where, the Most High is closing them doors, man. That light is waking up. And the reason why I say that is because the closing them doors is because when the Lord closes them doors, then we out of here, man. Okay. So with that, man, Lord willing, you brothers are edified. Lord willing, you brothers keep going. Lord willing, you brothers stay sharp, stay strong, and hang on, grab on, squeeze on what you have now. Until Yahweh Shai get back. Okay, so with that, I want to say shalom to you. Shalom.